My last video about Boris was entitled Caesar is surrounded, and how the knives were out, just like Caesar was surrounded in the Senate when the enemies of his own household came upon him. And it seems like Boris is surrounded as well, and this is Custer's last stand. I mean, these analogies seem pretty fitting at the moment as regards to Boris. There's a no confidence vote about to take place, or possibly about to take place. Boris Johnson's leadership could be on its last legs. There might be celebrations among many people in the country, despite what Boris has achieved. And suggestions that the 54-letter threshold that is required to call a leadership challenge or to get rid of the present leader has been met, or almost met. And as I said in my previous video, Caesar has been surrounded, and it looks like Boris is well and truly surrounded by enemies of his own household. Can he fight his way out? Has he got the street, the edge? Has he got that fight to battle his way out of this situation? I don't know. But the number 10 confidence vote has been growing and growing as disquiet amongst Tory backbenchers have become louder and louder and louder. And now you can't help but hear those voices, those discerning voices against Boris. Jesse Norman became the latest MP to openly say he no longer supports Boris Johnson. And I bet it feels good to get that off your chest, Mr. Norman. I don't know how long you've held that view. Maybe at one time you were a loyal supporter. I don't know. I don't care. But the confidence vote could come as early as today, some are saying, or some are reporting. But what are the alternatives, we might ask? Are we, as a country, beginning to turn our heads towards Keir Starmer and the Labour Party? Or are we looking for an alternative in amongst the Tories who is going to step forward and take the mantle of Boris and do a better job, or try and do a better job? But actually there are quite a few safe pair of hands, and you might know or can suggest some of them. Just let me know. Despite what some people say, who were saying, oh, there's nobody else to take over. But I don't think that's true. I think there are some well-known people in the Conservative Party who are capable of taking over. And some are calling Mr. Johnson's handling of Partygate is what it's all about, what it all boils down to, as grotesque even. Saeed Javed told Sky News that a no-confidence vote was possible, and a vote on Boris's leadership is now likely. So the mumblings and the murmurings amongst the Tory faithful is certainly, and the conversations are certainly towards a no-confidence vote for Boris Johnson. But Boris still does have many loyal supporters, I'm sure. And a change in Prime Minister might not be as straightforward as we think. Are the Tories heading for electoral disaster? With many red wall voters now keen to get rid of the Tories in the blink of an eye after that short period of transitioning from the Labour Party and looking to the Tory Party to lead the working class people. But they can only think back to the last 2 or 3 years to what has happened, and how many people and many working class people have been demonised, victimised, rejected, all those terms, whatever terms you want to use, and this so-called levelling up, where is it? What is it? What does it mean? We're still waiting for it. The usual thing, just like what's his names, the big society that we're all in together, and quite clearly we're not all in it together. So the levelling up could possibly mean levelling down in so many ways, which seems to be happening. So I still never found out an answer as to what the levelling up is, because nobody knows what the answer is. So you can only suggest that they've only got themselves to blame, the Tory party. They've only got themselves to blame for their downfall, their own demise, their own prideful attitude, can I say, and they think they can lord it over the country, and they think the countries are just going to take it. They think the people are just going to take it, but they'll only take it for so long before they strike back, and the way they're going to strike back is through the ballot box, of course. But who are they going to turn to? Who's going to replace Boris? Who can bring the country together? I don't know such a person who can do that, and it's going to be a tough ask for anyone to bring the country together, because we're so divided, so split apart, because of policies and laws and agendas by governments, leaders and rulers against the people. As I said, they've only got themselves to blame. So it's no, let's see what happens, Let's see what happens, people. Who do you think is going to take over? Who do you think is good enough to lead the country? Who's got that personality to win the voters from all sections of society? I don't know. I can't name, to be honest. So let me know what you think. Anyway, this is the Macca Show. I'm Macca. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry my videos are not super professional. I'm just speaking from my heart. Have a great day. Have a great week. Take care, and peace and love to you all.